Hi, and welcome back to rally.nor Öhlins project. Now, today I'm just going to talk you a little bit through the couple of the previous upgrades I've done, and also one of the upcoming upgrades I'm going to do. First of all, the fuel system with a combination of the camel tank and the IMS tank. I was out riding yesterday and I did about 75 kilometers, and wow, it just works perfect. It's and also with this transparent tank, I can see the fuel inside the tank, and as I start driving, I can see that it actually draws a little bit of fuel, and then it stops sinking because the vacuum takes over and it starts sucking fuel from the camel tank. And as I stop and switch off the engine, I can actually see that the tank actually increases because it's still vacuum inside, so it just draws in that and to compensate for the vacuum. So it works really great. Very happy about it, and also the quick connector stuff that I made to be able to unscrew the fuel cap works perfect. So I'm so happy about that too. One of the bigger upgrades that I've done that I actually I never got to film it because I really did the upgrade before I started this YouTube channel. So yeah, only thing I did was to post it on my Instagram account at that point. But one of the things that I've done and that I actually didn't get to try out before yesterday, it was this. Oh yeah, this is the OEM damper. So everybody knows this. Everybody with a Rally or the L version or whatever, they know about this one. It's kind of the weaker points of these bikes. However, many people have just adjusted the preload to tighten up the spring a little bit, and actually they feel much more comfort already. I'm a bit spoiled because I've had several bikes before, and one of the main things that I like to work around is actually damping systems, and therefore I changed mine. I went ahead and I got the YSS damper. Nothing much. It's the cheapest damper from YSS, but I think what I experienced yesterday is that it's very, very good too. It's got adjustable preload and also adjustable rebound, so just work out the clicks and just go out, ride it. It's perfect, very perfect. I love it. So how do I experience it? Well, it's very responsive. It's really working with the bike quite well. Not that saggy. That's one of the main things about the original, is that once you take it off from the lift, it sags. It drops 10 centimeters. It's hopeless, you know, and not too happy about it. Actually, it's not good for me, but this actually does something to the bike very much. Less sag means also that you got another angle on your front forks, so while driving out, yeah, you can do asphalt or whatever, you actually got another angle, and the steering is much more responsive, much better for you know, daily commuting and riding in all terms. So that's been great. That's been great. Coming to that, of course, then you have the fork springs, and it's not bad, you know, it's not bad at all, but it lacks something. Therefore, I got a package some weeks ago, but I haven't done anything about it yet. So of course I'm going to change the spring as well. So here's the package. One of the main reasons why I want to change the spring is that it gives you progressive, and that goes also for the YSS shock in the rear. It's progressive. That means that it actually tightens more and more up before it bottoms out, while these springs, they just go straight to the bottom, and that's all. No progressive tightening, and that's very helpful, and it gives a much more feel to everything that happens, and it's actually giving you time to, you know, feel what's going on under you. So these springs, I say springs because they are not, there's not one spring that I'm going to change one spring. You know, you have damping side and one rebound side. So this is for the damping side that I'm going to change it. It's the Öhlins, or Öhlins as we say it. Just looking at this package, it's, you know, it looks great just on the outside of the box. Okay. So this is what's in the box. 2 springs and 2 new end caps, top caps for the forks, 1 for each side. And you might wonder, why is there 2 springs? I'm only going to change one of them, so I'm only going to use one of them. And the reason is that Öhlins actually made a package where you can change those springs after your rider's weight or load, if you have any luggage and stuff like that. So it comes with a very nice mounting instruction. Should go easy. Should be okay to use that one. The package itself looks very nice. It's packed very well, and you know, I think it's going to make a huge difference in many ways. One of the things that I'm thinking about is when you are going forward, you are entering you know, you are going to turn right, left, whatever, and you actually have to break up very much to take the corners. The progressive spring is going to give you a much better feel, and also if it's kind of dark, especially on the rally version, your lights are only pointing one way, and as you brake, your spring will collapse a bit, and your light beam actually will all turn down too. So the progressive spring will help me keep the light up in front much more than the original, and that's going to be a good help too. When you're changing your springs, you need to, even if it's only the one side that you need to change, you need to change your fork oil in both legs, because you want to have the same oil type in both legs. So that's why I will go with this. I was actually looking for the Öhlins oil for this change, but I couldn't get hold of any, and so I talked to an old acquaintance of mine. He has been doing shop and workshop for motocross biking, enduro biking for, I don't know, maybe 30 years now. He really knows what he's doing, and he actually took me to this one. It's the Puto line, Formula GP, and it's very much like the Öhlins oil, as he said, and I believe him because he knows this stuff. And but you know, you have to choose your own oil, so I won't go much into that, but this is what I'm going to use this time. Not going to be a big difference for me, but I know this is very good quality too. So that's a little bit about some of my previous changes, and also for my upcoming change. Now, which of the springs am I going to use? The lightest one works out for drivers up to 80 kilos, and the strongest will work fine for drivers over 80 kilos. Now I'm only 75 kilos, but you know, with my thinking and how I'm going to ride it, maybe have a little bit of luggage, maybe riding quite hard, but still I also added 3 more liters to the IMS tank. That will be 3 more kilos, if you think like that, and therefore I will actually go with the harder spring. You know, it will also give me a little bit more advantage because it won't bottom out, you know, as fast as the light spring. So it can take a little bit more punch to the front forks, and that's why I will go with the hard one. So I will come back to you and tell you a little bit about how it works out and how I feel it went, how it's felt, really. Okay. Yeah, very happy, very happy. Okay, see you next time, and ride safe.